We're three guys who like to talk pinball, so we came up with a clever name. We're Joel and Travis Scott who talk pinball, and we call ourselves Triple Drain, Triple Drain, Triple Drain. We're Triple Drain.
Triple Drain.
Here we are. We're back again. I say again because that's the second time we've tried this. We were 3 minutes into the episode, and then
It wasn't that long.
It failed, and it was because Tom somehow unplugged his mic, and so
It
Zencaster
happens.
didn't
Shit
like
happens.
that. It
What
didn't
can
like
I
that.
say?
Okay, so
It's been
just
a long
to
time.
I'm not apologizing because I did in the first take, and Travis didn't like that. So I'm not. We apologize for nobody, but we're here now. It's been a long time. We recognize that.
It's true.
Tom has been touring America, streaming all the things. So he's been busy like every
doing
Friday.
that, going to concerts.
Oh yeah, it's the grind, man. So
the
Fridays were kind
OnlyFans
of out.
pages.
And then weeknights were out because Travis has been adulting, which isn't. I mean, I get it. That happens. But here we are. We're here now, and yeah, we're glad to be here. So, what do we have to talk? We have so much. To talk about. First off, Travis, did you happen to listen to last episode where we replaced you with Retro Ralph?
No.
Okay, I assume not. We spoke very highly of you and built you up, and Ralph tried his best to fill your shoes. He even gave me a hard time, towards the end, just to try to, make the vibe what it should be. But overall, he was great. He was a great guest.
I like Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph's a good guy. Yeah. That should be our fourth right there. We can replace Carl, replace Keith, just bring on Ralph. Why not?
So I will tell you, there was one point when it was another week where we couldn't schedule, and another week when we couldn't schedule, that I was like, what if I just did an episode where I was like, I'll replace both of them. So I was like, how do I replace Tom, one of the best pinball streamers there is? So my thought was, I'll get Carl. Let me try Carl. Let me see if Carl can fill Tom's shoes. Maybe. And then I was like, how do I replace Travis? Okay, who gives me a hard time, or who should give me a hard time? And my thought was Ray Day. I should invite Ray Day on because I give Raymond such a hard time that I wanted to give him the platform to give me a hard time. And unfortunately that hasn't happened, but maybe one day. Tom is putting $1 into, I don't see what the cup says. I'm sorry.
Oh, it says Joel jar.
Why do I have a Joel jar?
We can't tell you yet. We'll tell you at the end of the episode.
Right.
Oh, great. Okay. Well,
$1 so far.
Who am I getting this $1? Who's getting the $1? No.
You're not getting the $1.
You have a lot of dollars there. What is? You said your OnlyFans is not going well, Tom. You said your OnlyFans
Streaming's been good. I can now.
Yeah.
I can buy a DVD.
Let's go.
All those biddies adding up, aren't they?
Yep.
All right, let's you know what? I'll lean into your tournament. Let's just start off with a fun question. Tom, when I think of games that have come out in the last few years, what is your favorite modern game to play in a tournament?
Man. Rush.
That's
That's
okay.
true.
That's fair.
It's true.
Okay. All right. Reason I asked, I was on the stream the other night, I don't know, people were talking about how Godzilla is like, nobody wants to play Godzilla or Jaws in a tournament just because even though it's a super balanced game, it's such a long playing game.
I'd rather play Jaws in a tournament than Godzilla.
I think that's the right answer.
What does Travis think?
It depends who's in my group.
Depends.
Well, maybe
depends on the setup.
Yeah, maybe the question is you sign up for a tournament and then the tournament director releases the lineup, or here are the games that are going to be there.
Like
Would you be more excited if Godzilla's in that lineup or Jaws?
It just depends. Like if I know I'm going to play somebody that's 40 and above, I'll play anybody at Godzilla on that. But if it's like 25 and under, I don't know if I want to mess with playing Godzilla. Like
it's a young man's sport.
You have to get 3 to 5 billion just to keep up. Like
You're not an endurance guy, huh? You don't?
No, not like that. No, it's like 45, 60-minute games. No.
What about King Kong? Is that similar vibe, or is King Kong faster?
Not a Papa 22, was it?
Depends on the setup. Yeah, it's.
Yeah. If you go to like Yegpin or after, the setups got better.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of one of those things where you can make a game play super fast if you really want to, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to kick somebody straight in the nuts every single ball, either, depending on the format. So
I mean, it really depends on, like Travis said, the players that are on it, because the upper echelon players, it doesn't matter what you do to the game, they're still going to find a way to like crush it.
True. Yes.
And the problem is once one figures it out, and because everybody can watch, everybody will just replicate what they're doing anyways. That's kind of where everything goes immediately.
That makes sense.
I like Jaws though. Jaws is fun.
Jaws is fun.
I guess my answer should be, which one do I have more fun playing in a tournament? Probably, I would say Jaws. Just because I think it's cool to hit the fin, to finish everything off, get a higher machete.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel like it's not so linear in that way. Whereas Godzilla has like very specific pathways you need to go to, which is pretty much any tournament pin. But at least for Jaws, I feel like I could accidentally screw up and then pivot to something and still eventually end up back to where I originally wanted to go to.
Yeah. Yeah. So. It's a shame that Elwin peaked with Jaws, because the rumor on the street is that his next game is just dookie. It's just not good. So, and we've seen, you look at Pinside reviews. You're not going
to let that go.
You see Pinside reviews. King Kong is not up there in the same ballpark as Jaws and as Godzilla. So just standard trends. Are we seeing the decline of Elwin here? I mean, not my words. Some people are saying that.
I mean, it kind of sounds like your words right now. What do you think, Tom?
It's all Joel.
No,
I know. Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Why are you calling Elwin's games dookie?
I had reached out to someone I consider a friend. Like a trusted source. Maybe somewhat of an insider. At least I think he thinks he's an insider. And I just said, hey, have you seen Fallout, which that's the rumor, Fallout, and where does it rank in the play fields of Elwin? And the reason I asked that, because I actually streamed Avengers over here last week, and that game, I think Elwin himself has said that he thinks Avengers is his best layout, and the way that game shoots, it's a hard one to argue. That game shoots so well. So that's why I asked the question. I'm very curious to see where Fallout is going to fall. There's a pun, sure. In the world of layouts, the shots and layouts of his game. So
I mean, if you want to, we can just say a bunch of nonsensical stuff and just start a bunch of rumors, like when people are like skipping around and everything, and it'll get out there either way.
Yeah,
we could totally do that. We could put it into the world.
Yeah.
Well, 7 ramps.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 7 ramps in the game, and there's like a pit boy that you actually control off the lock bar. Like Deep Root tried to do it first, and Keith obviously
you actually have to slide your left hand
in there.
It?
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
the game
of fun's like shit. We should have thought of that instead of like
the game actually has a nuclear explosion, and you have to buy a new playfield.
Yeah, that's
intense.
Okay, yeah. I think it. I mean, hopefully we'll see it soon. I can almost guarantee that.
How do you even know it's Fallout though? Like, how do you know it's Fallout?
That's the rumor. I'm just saying
that's the rumor. Where'd you hear that rumor from?
The interweb, the dark areas of the internet.
I love a good pinball rumor. My favorite is when you see one come out and you're just like, that's totally not true at all.
There's no way.
And then you just watch it just go. It ends up like on this blog, on Pinside. It's a YouTube video. It's on Facebook. And I'm just texting Tom like, what the hell are these people talking about?
I
need to text Joel and say that. I need to do that.
Yeah, you don't. Maybe you don't have my number because I don't really ever get texts from you.
Maybe.
We need to talk more about. We are excited for Fallout or whatever Keith's next game is. Hopefully, it'll be here in the next few weeks. So there's a good chance it's going to be out, and we'll be talking about it on the next episode. Very much looking forward to that. Very curious to see what also, are we going to see any changes? Like Spike 3 is out. Spike 3 is here. but they haven't had a price increase for a long time. Is this game potentially going to have a price increase? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot. We're in a wait and see situation there with Stern.
Sure.
You had mentioned weird rumors. I know. So when Dungeon Crawler Carl was heavily rumored and very clearly, everything was pointing towards Multimorphic. Jason Knapp, who I do like. I like Jason a lot. I like his site a lot. But he posted that he thought at that time, he goes, I think Barrels of Fun and Multimorphic both have a Dungeon Crawler Carl, and they're both going to be releasing their own game. And that was one of those rumors that I was like, how? How in the world are we? How? There's zero chance. And obviously that was not the case.
That would be kind of weird.
To be fair, though, Joel, you and I are in a position to where we kind of knew the answer to that in a way. Yeah,
that is true.
But
it also just like what license would sell the license to multiple manufacturers at the same time? I don't see how that makes
OnlyFans pinball, baby.
Yeah, get it all out.
Get all the gooners out there. Oh.
I do want to mention real quick the Pokemon Costco edition. I find really intriguing.
How so?
And I just find it intriguing. I'm assuming. Never mind. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Travis. But as a dealer, I'm guessing you're all for that because it's somebody's going to be walking through Costco. They got their 84 pack of double D batteries or whatever, and they're just like, they see, oh, pinball machine. I didn't even know ping pong. I didn't know they made that anymore. Walk over, play it.
Yeah.
Let's throw it in the back of the truck.
Pong.
Yeah, and then 6 months from now, they're like, pinball's the greatest thing ever. Oh, and then they stumble upon your website or they stumble upon another dealer, and all of a sudden, like I understand, it's a step into the pinball world.
It's a way to be known, yeah. So it's like if you read Facebook, I haven't seen it on Pinside, but on Facebook at least, there's some people that kind of go the gatekeeping route. It's like, well, why is this here? Why is it there? But it's like, everybody discovers pinball in their own way. Yeah. And really, it's like if you truly want pinball to grow, pinball's not going to grow by us three knuckleheads, talking about pinball to people that already know pinball, right? It's just us just further solidifying what's already here. But in order for it to actually grow, it has to break out of that ecosystem anyway. So the best way to do that is you put it out in front of somebody. Now, it doesn't guarantee that, a mom and dad are just going to walk in and drop $5,000 like it's nothing at Costco on a Sunday afternoon, but it does say that it kind of gets it going in their head. And, it's a big purchase. So it takes, for a first timer, it takes many touches for them to see it and discover it. And that's kind of what, we've talked about off the podcast before. I think it's good just for people to see it, whether they buy it or not. At least now they know it exists. And it's kind of one of those things. If you know something exists, all of a sudden you start noticing it everywhere else. Like you might notice it on TV. You might notice it in your algorithm. Like if you search on Google, all of a sudden now that algorithm will start feeding up ads to you or something different on Facebook Reel, like anything like that. So I think that's probably the most important thing out of something like this.
Yeah, I do think it's I find it interesting though, because as a pinball enthusiast, I was never tempted by the home versions of the game. It's like if I really wanted to own Star Wars, I know that Star Wars Fall of the Empire is a much deeper, much more fleshed out, better version, better game than Star Wars Home Edition. Or same thing with Jurassic Park. Like it wasn't.
You only know that because you know that though. I'm not like that's the thing. It's hard for us to kind of conceptualize not knowing pinball at all and not having any basis to think about it from.
Correct. What the angle I'm trying to come at though is now if you're already in the pinball hobby and you want to buy a Pokemon, the fact that the Costco game is basically the same layout with basically the same rules, it's weird. It's a weird thought to be like, okay, do I even need the Pro or should I just get the home edition? Like it's that similar of a game where it's almost like I feel it's comparable. Home edition to Pro is very comparable as Pro to Premium. Like, I don't know if you guys agree with that at all, but I'm just curious if somebody just bought a Pro, if they were like, man, maybe I could have saved $2,000 and gone home edition. You don't agree with that, Travis? We got a strong head shake.
I'm not saying there's not people out there thinking that way, but we're talking about a commercial product compared to a scaled down home environment product. And I think the money's the money, right? So just think about how many people that have decided to buy a pro pinball machine or like an LE pinball machine, and that's a $5,000 difference.
Yeah.
Right there, at least. So, and they're all similar gameplays. Like there's going to be some differences, but it's still pretty similar. And it's like that across the board. Like imagine buying a Harry Potter for $15,000. Sorry, CJ's going nuts upstairs.
Dude,
imagine buying a Harry Potter for $15,000 and then what? You can buy the arcade edition for 10. So it's just different levels, but I get what you're saying, but I don't know. Tom, you actually got to play it though, didn't you?
I didn't really play it.
You didn't play it? Oh, you just
saw it in person?
Did you just like go see it in person and took some pictures?
Nice.
You're like, what is this shit? And you just
shopping.
like tipped it over?
I was shopping and I'm
he had to
like,
get his 84 pack of AA batteries.
I'm like, hey guys, look at this.
Yeah, click.
I thought you were having like a Tom Graf meet and greet
No,
up there in Wisconsin.
no.
He could have said some stupid GC on that thing. just
Just
this
a
guy's been
nobody
here for
up here.
3 hours.
Well, it is funny though. So, Joel, have you seen it out like at a Costco, like in person,
I have
or
not.
just okay?
I have not.
So, Tom, you might be able to answer this. Was the game at least set up properly? Because the one that was here in St. Louis, it basically at the time it had no balls in there. None of the managers like even knew what was going on. The game was just flat.
I just like the fact that I could go and get a food sample and then like go play it.
So he wants all of his pinball to come with free snacks. That's what I'm.
No,
don't we
that's
all? Don't we all? I mean, isn't that no?
I mean, the game. I mean, overall, I like I said, I didn't really play it at all. I was just like I mean, I fiddled with it a little bit, but I didn't really like take it too seriously.
Yeah,
Like define fiddle. Like you press start, or you actually
plunged
played a ball?
And like flipped for like half a minute, and then I was like, okay,
You were
Feels-
drawing too big of a crowd,
feels
weren't
like
you?
a pinball machine. No.
Yeah.
No.
He
I-
signed it actually. He
You
signed
know,
the
I
game.
thought there would be
It's like
more
the
people.
fawns in
I thought
public.
there would be more people like flocking to it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
pinball.
Yeah. I
That's
think
the
Tom,
coolest shit ever. Look at Tom Graf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom doesn't play pinball if it's not on stream. I mean, if he can't make money doing it, then why is he going
I
to
don't
do
even
it, right?
play these games at home anymore. Like, I don't even know what these things are. Like, I have pinball
So,
machines.
are we at least in agreement? Like, good idea, bad
I
idea?
think it's a great idea.
Yeah?
I think it's a great idea.
What do you think, Tom? Tom's shaking his head no, I think.
No,
Or was he?
I don't
sorry,
have.
I don't have my
No,
glasses
I don't
on.
have an issue with it at all.
Okay,
you
no
know,
issue. Yeah.
being in the pinball scope, like, you know, the first thing I notice is like, oh, the screen's like 3
Tiny.
inches big. You know, like it's bigger than that, but. You know, when you see the big Spike 3 and then that comparatively, it's like,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
you know,
So that
but-
begs a question I have for you two. What theme from any other manufacturer would go great in Costco? Obviously, this is just a Stern thing, but any theme outside of Stern that has released in the past 5 years.
I mean, the first I thought of Spooky. I think Beetlejuice would out of the Spooky games. I think Beetlejuice would do well. Out of JJP, Harry Potter, 100%. I think would do well.
Avengers Doomsday,
Probably
once it comes out. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Amazing.
would be great, but those are. I think. Yeah, I think.
Well,
I mean, there's
Spider-Man's
no.
already had a home version, I think,
But-
right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But
I'm
now?
talking like full.
Tom just wants new themes.
No, I want the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I think
Ah.
that needs to be done.
I think the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the way to go.
That's where the money's at.
That's another one too.
Yeah,
Whoever has that theme, my God,
yeah.
that would be a juggernaut for homes.
Because the art is so good on that. But
Mhm.
I agree.
And the music.
I think it makes. I mean, we've talked about Pokemon for months and months and months and months, and there's no denying that it is the biggest license out there. Period. So I think it's of course, it makes sense. You have the license. Make another edition of the game that's going to be viewed by more people than people that stumble into an arcade or whatever like that. Like this, I think it's brilliant for Stern to do this. Is this edition going to upset anybody? You know, the Pinside crowd? I don't think so. I just think it is interesting that they're using the same layout. I do find that because that's the first time they've done that. So that is interesting, but I think it's brilliant. I think if JJP had the opportunity to make a slim down, a simplified version and use their Harry Potter license to get in Costco, they'd probably do it.
It's slimmed down, but it's also like, it's basically taking the Pro and it's like the reverse Premium Pro.
Yes. Well, here's an interesting question.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just curious, at what point was this machine taken into consideration? Because they've used the same layout with the same code. So do you think there's any way that they've been like, well, we need the code to work on the home edition? So that's
sure.
Like, you can only code to the lowest tier denominator, right? Like,
it's basically a Spike 3 game, isn't it? That's probably the same board set.
I'm talking more like rules, depth, like, I don't know. There are differences though. There are differences though with like the side up kickback is not. It's just like a return. There are differences. I'm just curious. I'm very curious. I would love to play one. I need to go to Costco and see if they have one.
Maybe this was a decision from the beginning.
Hey, maybe. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know either.
What else do we have? Transformers. You've had Transformers LE for a while now, Tom.
Yeah.
What are your any new
thoughts?
Are you having any mechanical issues with it?
Not that I've noticed, no.
Okay. I've been surprised because I've streamed it twice now. I had no issues at all with the Pro. None at all. And the Premium, I had one issue where the ball was coming off wire form, but I just turned down the VUC. That helped. When I streamed it, I had no issues with the Canon. I don't think at all.
Yeah, I know Ralph said he had problems with his Canon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I said I didn't have any.
Yeah, when I streamed, no issues. When I filmed the tutorial, just throwing the ball around, that was the first time I had the Canon fail. And it's like, huh. So I don't know. I don't want to put this out there, but at the same time, I'm just very curious about this layout. I think it's a very creative layout with very creative toys and mechs. But we've already discussed the back left corner with Optimus was clearly changed, and it was changed last minute. So I'm just curious, was there a lot of design given to that back corner, and because of that, other areas of the playfield were not as fleshed out, or is there a chance that like these ball paths changed because of the back left corner design? And because of that, like, because some people are talking about the way the spin comes off that upper habit trail to feed the upper flipper. Sometimes that ball doesn't feed the upper flipper well, while on King Kong, it's basically the same thing, and it feeds really well every single time. Like, I'm curious if you guys have seen that, heard that, any thoughts?
Joel.
Joel is trying to say there is more than meets the eye.
Oh. That's what, that was it.
I guess I never look back and go, I wonder what this could have been. I don't know. I just live in the present.
Are you trying to ask if something changed? Is that what you're
we don't know. I think we do know that something changed with Optimus. I think we do know that.
Yeah, I think multiple parts of the layout probably changed late in the game. When you look at it from a geometry standpoint, kind of how some of the feeds are.
Yeah.
Right. But it's kind of pinball in general. I still enjoy playing it for what it is. It's interesting you say it though, because I was playing a Premium earlier today, as a matter of fact, and that was one of the feeds that was kind of a little funky here and there. Was coming off that grommet to the upper right flipper. Mm-hmm. So it's like the balance was probably 50% good, 50% spinning off still. So it's kind of figuring out, okay, why is that happening? And I ended up adjusting the VUC a little bit. So I personally think it has something to do with the power, like how fast that's coming out the VUC. Because it's like if I go super fast, it feels like it feeds just fine, but there's a chance it goes flying off that wire form. Whereas if I go too low, then it's barely going to get there and it just kind of dribbles there and it doesn't really do anything. So it's kind of like a happy medium of just figuring out how quick. And so that might have something to do with it, because I'm trying to think of the King Kong layout off the top of my head, how it feeds there. Like what shot leads to that point?
Isn't it the upper flipper little ramp shot that then sends it all the way across? That's how you can do the figure eight.
From the left side?
Yeah, upper left flipper.
Okay, yeah.
Then it feeds it across, and then it goes under, and then it feeds And
so that probably has something to do with it. It's got to, because I mean, anything that you look at design, especially ball returns or anything like that, it has to do with momentum, right, or speed. So I think that's most likely what it is, off the top of my head.
We've streamed it a few times now, and honestly, it's I really enjoy the game. I think Geeski's done an incredibly good job with the code. Like, I love the code and the fact that the way you play the modes could be easier, energized, normal, or rusted, and how different that makes it. And then depending on what mode you played, affects the one shall fall. Like, there's a lot of creativity there. And as I filmed the tutorial, I realized, like, this game is crazy deep. Like, not crazy deep, but there's a lot to explain. There's so much that you can do. You can kind of go in so many different directions, and they all overlap. And it's 0.89 code. Like, I don't know. I'm really impressed with it. I'm very, very impressed with it. I'm
actually going to stream it tomorrow.
Let's go. So
we'll figure out if that works or not.
Yeah, I think it's great, but I'm surprised. I've been part of the X-Men owners thread for a long time, and that game gets filled up with hardware issues all the time. Like, people talk about it all the time. There's another $1. Is it because I'm pointing to this game? Is that what it is?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop pointing to games, Tom. I should have. Transformers is right over here. It's right over here, sitting.
You
right
notice there's no $1 going in.
There it goes. Anyways, the X-Men thread, it's littered with, hey, I'm doing this. Side note, Stern has a replacement ramp, and they've already sent out a bunch, and they're on back order. But I did get the replacement ramp, and it shoots for X-Men. So the back left ramp is with the figure 8 shot. They have a replacement version, and it has a longer flap. And it definitely helped. I had the Raiden mod in it before, which was really good. It's definitely helped. The other thing that really helped was I put precision flippers on mine, and that's pretty sick. It actually shoots very, very well now. So
it's like cheating.
So I have precision. There's precision flippers on Avengers too, and they're okay. $1. The precision flippers on Avengers made that game like you can't miss a shot. Every shot is so powerful, and it's such a good shooter.
Tom, that was actually supposed to be $2. He pointed and he said precision flippers also.
Okay. All right.
We have a bingo card. This is awesome.
The bingo card is, well, I'm just very curious where the dollars are going. That's what who's winning out of this?
The Joel jar.
Going in the Joel jar. Got it. Anyway, the reason I brought up the hardware issues was I was surprised reading some of the Transformers stuff now to start seeing them talk about hardware issues. And then I'm also in the Sonic Pinball thread, because that's a game I miss. I really, really, really enjoyed it when it was here. That game is starting to get littered with hardware, like mechanical hardware issues, specifically the loop-to-loop ramp, which is very surprising to me because I did not have a single failure. When it was here, I didn't have a single failure with that loop-de-loop ramp, and yet some people are. It's really been a problem.
Joel,
can you please? Maybe Tom can say it. Can you guys please say one of the first things I said in our group chat when Sonic was revealed?
I think you said something about that loop-to-loop ramp is going to be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Which it wasn't. That was what's crazy to me. The one I had, it was not a problem at all. You can watch multiple streams of it. Never had a failure. And now there's people where they're like, oh, easy 60% of the time, the ball falls off. The ball goes right into, I think it's Amy is the little figure, goes like nails her.
Bam! Just getting bashed the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like a bash toy on top of a plastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Well, here's a good question though, because I've seen that too. And that was one of the things that we kind of zeroed in on early on. Did you make any adjustments to your game at all?
None.
You just happened to get the one lucky,
apparently,
like one of one rip,
which is
that
odd,
works. Okay,
because this was one of the first CEs off the line. You know, Zach gets games, and that's the game. So there are times where the game I stream, the perfect example is Dune. I streamed Dune number 1, and that layout was smooth, but it wasn't perfect. And we had some mechanical issues that we worked through. No big deal. Now that I have my Dune like shoots like butter.
butter.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, usually the games get better and better and better as they get built. But no, the Sonic I streamed, I had no issues with it. So I don't know. It's unfortunate, but I feel bad for the owners.
You don't know?
What? Oh, is that another bingo card? I love that.
One more dollar, Tom.
I did it.
Oh, he got it before.
Okay, so Precision Flippers, point to my
money.
games or say, I don't know. That's where I'm at so far. Okay.
We should have like a drinking game for the audience. They would be sloshed on a Saturday night.
Running out of money here.
When we started, the whole thing was I said, that's fair. I said that a lot. And somebody suggested that should be the drinking game. And I picked up on that. And so I've been working on it.
It's all right. You're great, Joel. We're just giving you shit.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Well, okay. So Tom played Sonic.
Yes.
Though, right? At JJP?
Yeah.
Right? And did you play it anywhere else? Or no, you played on location too at Lumberjack, right?
I played it at Lumberjack Johnny's. There's one at Titletown Brewery. I was just there last night for a tournament.
So have you experienced something similar, or have you found one that works really well?
When I was at Jersey Jack, that was the first thing I noticed was that like that loop magnet thing was throwing the ball everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But
and that's the one at the factory.
That was the one at the factory.
Yeah.
Like it seemed to throw it a lot to the right.
Amy? Is that?
No. Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean,
okay. I got you.
But
I'm interrupting too much. Go ahead, Tom.
No, it's fine. But like the one I played last night, it was fine. So, and that was one later off the line. So, I don't know. It's probably game dependent. Maybe it's a setup.
The moral of the story is just get lucky with whatever game you got.
Just get lucky.
Get lucky. No, I mean, you read any of these things, especially the X-Men thread, and people are just like, okay, well, the moral of the story is don't buy a game until it's finished code and like hundreds down the, like wait until the game's done with code, done with the layout, done with this, done with that.
That could be true for any game.
Yes, it definitely can, except for the games that you're going to sell. Like if a game sells out, so you can't obviously play that with a spooky game or a Barrels of Fun game. Game's going to be sold out before the code's done and they've got it all dialed in. Like that's just, or you just hope you're at the end of the list, like, I don't know. It's a tough
100.
spot. It's a tough spot. And I had a side conversation with Josh Roop of all people with Loser Kid, and he we were talking and one of the people always mention they're like Jaws. Jaws is the perfect example of that is a game that's complete. The hardware issues that they had at the beginning, all of those have been fixed. Anybody that buys a Jaws today, you should have complete and full confidence in that game. And I think that's true. And part of me is like, I don't know why I don't own a Jaws. That game's incredible. That's the truth in my opinion. But I don't know. It's just it's an interesting side thing. I'm not trying to discourage people from buying new pinball, but that is something to see it now. That was two Stern games I've talked about, and now even a JJP game that I'm talking about that
Joel,
right out the gate are
do
having
all your
issues.
games work 100% of the time?
That's why I miss all my shots, Tom, because they don't work.
No,
right. They do. They do not work 100% of the time. It is a mechanical game. It's a mechanical game with some crazy stuff. But if your loop-de-loop on Sonic doesn't work 60% of the time, that probably upsets you.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I say all that. I said I don't know again, by the way. There's your $1. Sonic, I genuinely miss Sonic. I do. That's a game that, and maybe it's because my son enjoyed playing it a lot. I like the simplicity of it. I like to just turn my brain off, step up, play the game. I liked how the upper playfield shot. I don't know. Now that you have more games, Tom, in it, do you like that game anymore? Any less?
No.
Just still okay.
Still
Travis,
fine.
you had a chance to play it, right?
I did. I played it up at whatever that bar place is in Minneapolis. I can't think of the name of it.
Lit?
I was up there for SummerSlam a couple weeks ago. So I went to like one of their local places. Tilt.
Okay.
on something. I don't remember the name of it. Minnesota people, write in, please. I can't remember the name. Anyways, yeah, I played it. There you go. I made it a couple of balls in, and then I let my kids keep playing it. Yeah, I was good after that. I don't know. I like Sonic in general. It was just, I went in with no expectations, really.
Okay.
So it's like I try to have an open mind. Even if I see my first impression of something, it's like, okay, clear the slate, give it its due. Because some games you're going to like, some you aren't. When I played it in general, I don't know. The game wasn't really clicking with me much. Maybe it's just my pure rage of just seeing the ball like hit off the sculpt and go to the out lane. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know. I don't really like games either that have play fields to where it just feels like a grind, where you're up at the upper play field a lot, just over and over and over again. It felt like in this game, that's what I was tasked with doing. Now, to be fair, I don't know the rules as well as you, Joel. So that's one of the few times I'll say that. But, for this, I didn't. So it's like maybe I was missing something. I don't know. I need to watch more videos. Yeah. And if it's around here, I'll play it again. There was other options. And I was just like, okay, I can feel myself getting frustrated by what's going on. I'm like, I'm not going to drop any more coin drop in this. I'll wait. Because there was like a not a mystery castle, a Winchester was there. So I was like, okay. Let's go over and play that instead. I had fun. Carl did decent on that game.
Yeah, so, Winchester's another game that I absolutely miss, like streaming. I would love to have that game back to stream it again.
I will
Tom,
say
you made a really good choice getting one.
Before I let you guys go on with it, I do want to say one positive thing about it. When the ball did get caught on the right ramp and it stalled there, and then it shot it fast, and that loop did work because of that, that was a cool moment.
Yes.
Like I did enjoy that. I thought that was well done and everything. So
that's good.
I want to see more of that. Want more of that. It was just after playing Harry Potter to where that experience is just fantastic. And Elton John, the experience playing that, a lot of fun as well. So it's like I kind of had those background expectations into what could happen. So I guess I might have been comparing it to that.
I think it's a fair comparison. So, there was the whole time we were streaming Sonic, people are like, this or Harry Potter, this or Harry Potter, the whole time. And those games are so different. Yeah. And you ask my brother Jared, he's going to say Sonic 10 out of 10 times.
And that's perfectly fair. Like that, if that suits his style of gameplay and he's having more fun, then go for it, right?
Yeah, no. There's a simplicity to it. Like, unfortunately, when we were streaming Avengers the other night, I got a little bit into explaining the rules, and Jared just checked out. Like there's another $1. Probably when I said, I'm going to be thinking about this whole time. But anyways, Jared checked out. Jared just straight up checked out because once rules get too deep or too like not super obvious how to, hold your hand, he's just like, all right, I've checked out. I just want to know how to get to multi-ball, and I just want to flip this thing. And it wasn't towards the end that he's like, all right, I got to give it to Elwin. Like, this shoots so well. Like it's a really fun shooter. But Avengers is definitely a game that's not blatantly obvious right at the beginning what you're doing, how to do it, how to progress. Like, that takes a little bit of time. But once you understand it, though, man, what a great game. I know it was your dream team, Travis. Like, I know you owned Avengers LE for a long time.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
Good.
I mean, to me, I like the rule set personally just because it gives you many different things to do. Like, you could play an entire game just focusing on drop targets. You could play an entire game just focusing on the battles. You could play an entire game just focusing on collecting Avengers. Or you could play an entire game of trying to collect the gems and put them in different areas and make it as optimal as possible. So, I mean, there's different ways to play it. I think it's mainly, we talk about this all the time when it comes to rules. A lot of it is not knowing the whole thing. It's perfectly okay. You don't have to be an encyclopedia, but just at least know the table of contents for like section 1. That's it. And then you just do that. You're fine. The rest, you can figure it out along the way.
What surprises me is I actually had borrowed a John Wick. And so I now had an opportunity to stream John Wick at complete code, finished code. What a great game. Like, what a great game. When we first streamed it, it was brand new out of the gate. Jared and I had no idea what we're doing. It wasn't super clear, but like you're saying, even though John Wick actually has a lot of depth and ways that you can progress it and do this and this and this, they found a way to make that code a lot more understandable just at the get-go. And Tom, I know you still have a John Wick. Like,
Yeah.
that game, the way that's progressed, awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I like the way it shoots, and the code definitely is so much better. Hopefully they'll catch up with X-Men to it, but we'll see what happens.
That's the hope. That's the hope that I have.
Is it going to get finished?
I sure hope. Another game that I had a chance to revisit was Led Zeppelin. I know, Tom, you still have your Led Zeppelin.
Yep.
That was another game that stood out to me, as in Jared can step up to it and just play it. You don't have to think about Led Zeppelin at all. You can just step up, rock out, because as the songs go, the arrows are changing based off what's going on. Like, you don't have to overthink Led Zeppelin at all. Just step up and play. But if you want to really think about it, there's a lot you can do with Led Zeppelin. How often is Led Zeppelin a good tournament game? How often are you guys?
No, Travis just gave a thumbs up because he's off camera, but it's a fantastic tournament game because there's multiple ways to play it. You can pick a different song. The songs have different shot layouts to them. I personally, like, my strategy is to pick Kashmir.
Okay.
One, it's a long song, so like you're always building up the jackpot value for the actual song. It's not really a jackpot, I guess, but I consider it that. So every time you hit a shot, the value of the shots keep going up and up and up. Whereas other games are just like, okay, I'm hitting this shot and this shot to try to finish the mode. Led Zeppelin's a little different in that aspect. And then you have the multi-balls too, so you can stack those with it.
Do you prioritize the whole Icarus multiplier? Like, do you prioritize actually hitting combos, ending them on the right shots, building up your Icarus combo? Is that something you do?
It's in the back of my mind.
Okay.
But I'm more concentrating on progression. Yeah. And building my score up. And then once I do get those lit, then, it's time to cash out and hopefully in a multi-ball while you're, in a more progressed in the song, you can really blow up the game.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just, there was something we kind of had week to week. It's like we had Transformers and the challenges that it presented there, followed by John Wick. That was like such a pleasant surprise with how much better it's gotten. And then followed by Led Zeppelin, where it's like, you can just rock out and have a great time. You don't have to overthink it at all. And then we've had Avengers, where it's like, wow, there's a lot here you can think about if you want, or if you just want to focus on the layout. That's just, in the last month or two of streaming, it's been so cool to see the variety of pinball. That's what and then Dune. I streamed the Dune that I have, which people have asked, do I regret buying a Dune? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He got the dollar. I didn't point to it, but I think if I talk, is it because I'm talking about games? It's probably something along that. Dune I am so happy with my Dune purchase. I really am. So have you, Travis, have you had an opportunity to like spend some time playing a Dune?
Like a significant amount of time?
Like Travis,
No.
I mean, Tom
I've played it for a while, but I haven't got to like dig in for multiple games in a row to see all the nuances and everything. Someday I will.
Tom,
I'm waiting on our Winchester should be in at any time now, so hopefully we play that. I'll get to dig into that. That's what I really want to play.
Winchester's so good. But Tom, how would you sell somebody on if somebody's like, the Dune, the theme, it's fine. I don't love it. It's fine. But if they're like, hey, I have an opportunity to buy one here, should I buy it? How would you sell somebody on buying Dune?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Somebody actually asked me via like email, like, hey, what would you buy between these two games? And I'm not going to say what the other one was, but the other one, because I don't remember. I think it was,
It was an easy answer.
I think it was Harry Potter.
Oh,
But they were like, I find Harry Potter kind of easy. I can get through a lot of the stuff. And they're like, I'm thinking about Dune now. It's it's a really deep game, and it's a little more. And I said, I think Dune's a little more. It's a little harder to hit the shots than it is on Harry Potter. But it's also a deep game. So they were basically asking me like, hey, do you think this would be good for home? And like, will it help me get better? And I said, yeah, I think that's a good choice. If you feel like Harry Potter's going to get old to you after a while, I think Dune, is a good choice as far as depth and maybe
difficulty.
Yeah, I'd say it's moderately difficult compared to other games.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because, as I mentioned earlier, when I streamed it, we had the first one and it wasn't super calibrate. Like it was good, but it wasn't like this. So now this game, I feel like this game's way easier than the one we streamed prior. And I do think in the spectrum of difficulty, Dune is a harder shooter than like a Pokemon.
I mean, it's not your typical fan layout, right? It's not a fan layout at all.
Yeah. And with the flippers are flatter, so it's a little more challenging to cradle up. I mean, that's definitely something I noticed on like it's pretty easy to cradle up on Transformers. It's super easy to cradle up on Led Zeppelin. Like some of these games you can just cradled up. Maybe that's a good transition. Jared and I had an opportunity to play Dungeon Crawler Carl at Gen Con. And I honestly, with a P3, I think P3s, even though the flippers feel very different. I mean, it does feel like a pinball flipper. They do feel different. I feel like P3s make the game, like you can control a game pretty well. You guys have both played a P3. Do you know what I'm saying with the flippers? Like I feel like the way the flippers are designed, you can cradle relatively easily. With the P3 pass, like that's a pretty easy maneuver to do. Am I crazy with that thought?
I mean, with the modules, they're not overly difficult layouts to shoot. I mean, generally, if that's what you're meaning, like I'm
talking more with just the flippers themselves. I feel like the way the flippers are angled and whatnot.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just different.
It is different.
Because it's not a traditional pinball mechanism. So it just feels a little odd to me when I first start playing it, and then you kind of get used to it.
Yeah, it throws my eyes off more than anything. Like everything that's going on in the playfield, like it kind of freezes up my brain a little bit because I'm searching for the pinball instead. So I don't know.
Well,
it does something with me that I'm just like,
You've told me before, like I remember when I was streaming Deadpool, you said, hey, to hit this shot consistently, aim for the T-Rex's chin or something.
Yep.
And you were talking about the art.
Look at the art,
in the middle of the playfield. So you're not lining it up with the ramp flap way in the back. You look at the art like 6 inches above your flippers.
You don't want to. The reason why I don't aim like directly at any one area except for using art is because if you look geometry wise, some of the ramps, like the entrances, are at different angles. They might be at the same exact spot as other designs, but the angle is slightly different. So therefore, it's already at a different angle according to the flipper itself. Like if you drew a line actually from it. So if you look at like Transformers or Foo Fighters, that geometry of those right ramps are going to look a lot different than the geometry of others just at the entrance. So a lot of people don't realize that that's what's happening, but that's kind of what happens with that. But yeah, that's why I do that. So it's like whenever I've played a multimorphic pin, like don't get me wrong, like it's cool to see outside of it. Like if you're not playing, you're watching it, like of course it's got all the bells and whistles with the animation, the movement and all that. But sometimes when I'm trying to track a ball too, it's because I'm so ingrained to look for like lit inserts, not something that's really has a bunch of movement. It just plays tricks with my brain.
Yeah, you want a static image to align to more than a
it's just like
dynamic
it's like a
screen.
pattern interrupt is all that's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a first world problem. That's what I got. Like right now, like I have an Elgato no signal on my brand new teleprompter thing, so now I'm having to look this way now.
You know, it's funny. Like I almost have the same thing.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I don't have it on. That's why I keep looking down.
I'm so glad I spent money on that so it could like go haywire and not work.
Well, you know, we've already refilmed this. This is the second go, so it's just a matter of time before something crashes.
That's why I unplugged my mic the first time. I was trying to fix it.
Joel,
yes.
Tell us about Dungeon Crawler Carl, because we were talking about flippers, we're talking about Pete, like everybody knows that. Like, let's talk about the game itself.
Yeah, because we've never played it, and you're the only
have not played it, and this is a
has.
theme that is dear to my heart. Like, if I could design or be on rules for any project ever in the history of pinball, this would have been the one I would have picked, and I would have retired. I would have quit, because you can't get any better than having this theme. But Joel, tell us all about it.
Okay.
Maybe WWE. Okay, I would come back out of retirement for WWE. Yeah.
I honestly I had a really fun time playing it. We only had a chance to play. It was, I think, 2 games on it. So it was short, and they had the sound turned down really low because it was in a game with a whole bunch of people playing board games, or in a room with a whole bunch of people playing board games. So they were trying to be considerate of that.
Or maybe they weren't considerate of you guys trying to play pinball.
Right?
What I will say,
freaking board game nerds, I swear. I say
Jerry was there.
We play board games all the time.
Jerry was there. Ian was there explaining the game. And so being, understanding what to do, like I said, hey, how do I get to Mongo Multiball? And they're like, well, the first thing you have to do is you have to defeat the, and I forget his name again. It's a little hamster, a little gerbil dude. You got to defeat him. Travis, do you know?
Yeah, his name's him.
No,
right
it's
now.
not him. The little you defeat him, you defeat the little gerbil dude, and then that's just based on the story, and then you can lock a ball in the Mongo area and work your way through that. So Jerry did tell me I was the only person that weekend that got to multi-ball, which was a surprise. But I get it. You've hidden the multi-ball behind a boss battle, so it's like you got to do multiple steps to get to the ability to do the multi-ball. But I could hit everything I wanted. Like, that's what they're like, okay, you need to hit this. So I think from a layout standpoint, shots and layout, it was good. Everything shot smooth. The upper flipper shots were easy to hit. The turntable mech, wonder.
That's the question I have, the turntable mech.
Fine. Like, when the turntable was turned to the left so that if you hit the left, it scoops it around and then feeds to the back right, it did that. And then when it turns all the way around, so now you have to hit it from the left flipper to feed it back into the left orbit. It did that. So it was just one of those like, dang, this geometry works. Now what I will say is they are creative with that mech, where when I think you battle the gerbil, the mech is over to the right. But yet when you battle another guy, the mech is over to the left. When you're doing the ball of swine, the mech is spinning. So they've done some really creative stuff. Where I'm curious, so this is book 1. They're saying they're putting 7 books in the game. So is it going to be that level of creativity for 6 more floors, for 6 more books? I don't know. I don't know like how they're going to get creative. And because there's a lot more they got to put in that game. But I know that people are passionate about it. I've read all the Dungeon Crawler Carl books. I know both of you guys have as well. It's an awesome theme. They've got the fact that they have Jeff Hayes for audio. The audio is going to be amazing. I think the art is fantastic. I think they have all the tools they need to make an awesome game. Now we're just kind of in a wait and see situation because they currently only have the first book really in the game.
Have you remembered the name yet?
Of the gerbil?
Carl's yelling right now. Yeah, the gerbil.
No, what's sad is when we filmed our review of it, I couldn't remember it.
Ralph.
I said, what did I say during the review? That's what's sad to me is what popped in my head was Ralph. And I swear that's what I said, which was wrong. So I said somebody else. I must have said like Garrett or something. I don't know. I said some other name
Garrett
entirely. I don't know. But yes,
Gary
Ralph.
the gerbil. Yeah.
Yep. I think it has the potential to be really good. If you're a P3 owner and you like the books, absolutely it's worth buying. I have not played Ender's Game. Let me ask you that. Ender's Game as a theme. Yay? Nay?
I have no affiliation with Ender's Game, so
Okay.
I had no idea what it was until it was announced. I had just barely heard about it once and didn't realize it was a book. But
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds cool.
I thought there
like,
was a movie too.
There was a movie.
I think
and
there
it's
was.
not
Yeah.
Like
good.
10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
What is comical to me is before I started, I'm in a book club with my family, but before like 3 years ago, I didn't read books like at all. And Ender's Game is one book series
Shocker.
I've actually read. Like I've read multiple books of that book series.
Mhm.
So I enjoy it. Like that's a theme that I like. But when you put it right next to Dungeon Crawler Carl, it's like, no, I'm picking Dungeon Crawler Carl 10 out of 10 times. Like I think it's an interesting move. I don't blame Multimorphic for doing it because they found a way to get they have 2 games out of 1 mechanical playfield, but I also think they kind of shot Ender's Game in the foot a little bit because you're putting it up to a crazy, amazing theme.
Well, not just that, but DCC is on its way up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's just now becoming real aware in pop culture. I mean, now we've got the TV show coming out. You have new books coming out. Like more people are discovering it.
Yeah.
Every single day. So it's kind of one of those unique things that I don't think this theme is anywhere near its peak, but yet a pinball machine has been created before the peak has came. And that's kind of rare. Like really, when you look at whenever games come out, it's after the peak of it. Like it's very rare that they catch a theme before it actually peaks. This would be like Breaking Bad coming out in season 3 or something like that. Like I think the last thing I can think of to where a machine came out like right at the peak was maybe like Game of Thrones.
Maybe
Game of Thrones and Walking
years
Dead,
ago,
right? Were the only 2 that kind of came out.
Walking Dead, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of rare that something like this actually happens.
Yeah. I think it's I think long term, I think it's going to sell really, really well. And
Rush,
it had a good line. Rush. I think it had a Rush is only going up.
Okay, I got to ask you one thing though.
Me?
I got to ask you.
Or Joel?
Joel. Sorry, Tom. I should ask you something
I'll
too,
turn
Tom.
my mic off.
But I've got
Don't unplug it.
Maybe. Well, Tom, you can answer this too because I have concerns with the rules on Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Okay.
Yes.
And my concerns is that all the bosses seem to be stacked.
Stacking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll admit, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan, but just because of the lore of the book and how it all goes and everything. But
So
I
you
do
think
have
it
to
should be
ask.
more linear? Or you just think do you think that you should only battle one boss at a time?
I think just one boss at a time, personally.
That's fair.
Like I don't mind different foes at the same time. Like that's fine. But when you're talking about like dungeon bosses, neighborhood bosses, like city whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's so far from like what I'm used to with the book.
Right.
So I'm trying to like think like, okay, what puts me into this? What gives me that little nugget? But at the same time, I think I can kind of understand it that if you're going to have multiple books all coming in. So like I'm assuming that this will be the normal mechanic then book to book. Like I don't see why they would have boss stacking for one book.
Oh, for book 1, but not
do
book
it
2.
for book 2, book 3, book 4.
But yes, what is interesting though, somewhat
That is
spoiler if
interesting.
you haven't read it, it is book 1 is 2 floors, but both floors they're in a dungeon. Like you're in a dungeon like environment.
Mhm.
So is it that crazy that you're battling the juicer at the same time that you're battling Ralph the gerbil? Like,
Yeah.
in the story,
Because it's completely different parts of the story.
but compare that to like the second book, where you think of the
Okay.
boss battles in the second book.
Okay.
Those are in completely different environments, in completely different situations. Like I don't stacking that
but at the same time
would be
too,
very strange.
Yeah, I don't know. It just I'm so far behind on listening to like anything that's came out or watching video or anything. So I just know that part. I remember hearing that the boss is stacked.
I do.
So it kind of like it almost sounds like shit. What's that? I'm drawing a blank. Bally Williams game. George Gomez. Monster Bash.
Monster Bash.
It sounds like Monster Bash to me. Like in terms if you're going to start stacking bosses and people. So I don't.
But like when you're playing creature is so different than when you're playing Dracula. Like they're different. You're shooting different parts. Like I don't mind those stacking at all.
Right, but that's just one thing. Not like there's not like 8 books of like all the Universal monsters. So that's why I'm just kind of curious. That's just what off the top of my head, what I can think of that's similar.
I do agree with you.
I don't know.
I do agree with you because
asking.
the time that I did start multi-ball, I actually started Ball of Swine and Juicer and the multi-ball all at the same time. So now all of a sudden I have the main mech spinning, doing its own thing. And then the juicer, the way that it works is you're trying to hit ramps, but the P3 walls are coming up. And then for Mongo multi-ball, like I need to hit back there in the Mongo cage. So I'm like, I got the juicer wall blocking me from getting to Mongo. And the whole time the thing in the middle is spinning. So I can't, it's like, all right. And I said that in our review. I didn't love that. It's chaos. The books are pretty chaotic. It's chaos. But for me to really enjoy what they're trying to say with those modes or make those modes feel unique, I would want them to be separate. I can only compare it to Hobbit. Hobbit by default, you can do Smaug multi-ball and Beast multi-ball at the same time.
Yeah.
I was very quick to turn that off. Like, don't overlap those because I want those to feel separate and not interfere. Like, I don't want to go to defeat Smaug and go to take my shot and one of the beasts pop up and block me. It's like, no, I'm battling the dragon right now. I don't. Get out of here. I don't know. We'll see what they say. Jerry did respond when I saw him the next day. He goes, I appreciate the review. I disagree with you on the monster stacking, but we'll talk it. We'll take it into consideration. We'll talk.
You're saying they're okay with the monster stacking.
There's a reason.
They gotta be if it's stacked.
It's purposeful. So, maybe we'll talk to maybe we'll get maybe we can get somebody on or something to talk about it, and maybe they can defend it. Maybe they can defend why we're wrong.
Please don't take our comments personally.
Oh yeah,
no, definitely.
We're 3 idiots.
Take it all personally. Bags of shit goes to Joel's house, not our house. But no, like I'm just curious about that because that's what I had heard. I haven't got to watch a bunch of video on it, so I know that it's 2 different people doing rules. So, and we know both of them. Like Wesley's on DCC.
Wesley Johnson, yep.
Right. Yep. And Colin McAlpine is on Ender's Game. So,
correct.
Which I assume they have 2 completely different ideas for what they're doing. There's probably 0 overlap there. So, okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to play it either way. Yeah. I mean, it might be fun stacking bosses. I don't know.
I think you'll have fun.
Do you think Travis will own a P3 by the end of the year?
Monica still wants.
Tell you that
Monica still wants Princess Bride. He said no.
I'm not saying no because it's a multimorphic P3. That's not why.
He just doesn't want to let his kids get disappointed again.
Right? Yeah. My baby girl burned me on Toy Story. No, I'm saying no because I have one kid turning 16 this year. So we got to get him a car, and then Monica wanted to go to Disney World. So,
again?
Yeah.
Memories, Tom.
For
just
the daughters.
For
no, I wish. For the daughters. So this is a week-long vacation. Like a week at Disney World.
That's expensive. That's like
you're telling
that's
me.
LE money.
That's like a semester for a kid in college.
I may legitimately open up an OnlyFans right with you, Tom. And not only that, we're doing some because the girls, they want to do everything. And they're doing like a bippity boppity boop. Like princess thing, right? Yeah. And then they're wanting to do the Halloween thing, like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. You know how much tickets are for that, Joel? Just like one of my kids aren't even going.
Per person?
I'm actually curious.
Yeah, per
person, $120.
I wish. It's so for me, my wife, one of my sons, and 2 of my daughters, 5 of us. It's like, I think after taxes is like $910.
Wow.
Just for 5 tickets for 8 hours.
It's a forever memory, Travis.
Yeah, forever memory burning a hole in my bank account. My God.
I think I saw Train and Bare Naked Ladies for cheaper than that.
Exactly. So long story short, that's why.
No pinball for you.
Pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There's just no way. There's not enough money, Joel. Not enough money.
There's not. There's pinballs either. It's all money or space.
Need more money. Yeah.
I will say if you have a P3, and you like Dungeon Crawler Carl, I think you will enjoy this game. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to play it more. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I would just say my initial impression, give us that option to turn off the ability to stack. We'll see if they add it or not. Even if you want to make the default they stack, just give us that option in the code to turn that off.
What was your favorite part of it?
Oh, the turntable, for sure.
And that's
I'm a
like
sucker
the big
for
mech
dynamic
in the middle that like what's
dynamic
cool, like what's cool about
dynamic
that? So,
shots.
because again, I haven't watched much video. So is this like, does it change what's on top?
It does.
Does it change what's on bottom or both?
It's very creative because what's on top are these clear diverters. So there's one VUC that'll shoot the ball to the upper area, and then depending on where that plexiglass is, it's going to divert the ball to either the left flipper or the right flipper.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool.
Mechanically super impressive game. Super impressive. And when you can give me a mode where I'm shooting it and it's, the shot is going from the left to the upper right, and then it spins, and now all of a sudden I got to hit the middle, so it goes to the upper left. Like, I love dynamic, any sort of dynamic playfield. I'm a sucker for. I mean, Winchester obviously crushes it with its turntable in the back. That dynamic playfield is, I love it. I love that aspect of it. All right, so Multimorphic's in a good spot, but it's going to be a while before they get games out and we really have a chance to play it. Barrels of Fun. We talked about Dune for just a second. I love mine. I know Tom loves his, but Bon Jovi, huh? That is here. I have not had a chance to play it. Hopefully soon. Tom, you like music. It is clear that you like music. Are you a fan of the Bon Jovi?
I mean, I don't mind Bon Jovi, but it's not something I have in my arsenal all the time.
Well, we all know your iPod is just Rush. It's just
that's not true.
What is there besides Rush?
Bare Naked Ladies, All Time Low, Paramore, Foo Fighters.
Okay, there's a range.
There's
here.
a lot of shit.
But no Bon Jovi.
No, there's a little Bon Jovi.
Not a lot of Bon Jovi, just a little Bon Jovi. Okay. Did you buy one, Tom? You're the guy. You like to buy the pinball. Did you buy a Bon Jovi?
I did not.
Okay, and why not?
Because I like money, Joel.
And
these fucking things are expensive.
You did. You had a few months there where it was like Beetlejuice, Dune, Winchester, Transformers. You just couldn't say no. You just couldn't. But now you're there. You finally got to the point.
And now my bank account's gone. My wife left me.
Yeah.
No, my wife.
Way to show control.
I'm just kidding.
For 2 weeks, he will have control.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. I don't know, and then like you hear rumors that, Keith might be doing a new game soon. So right.
Like, yeah, but he peaked. We already talked about that.
Yeah,
he peaked. No. He's slide. Yeah. Dookie. What? Okay. Bon Jovi. Travis, I think you enjoy looking at licenses and popularity of licenses.
Yep.
In the world of your research, Bon Jovi, good theme, bad theme? It's fine.
I mean, it's fine. I think that's more of a retail theme than it is a pinball enthusiast theme.
I think it's a good 700 limited game.
Yeah, I mean, right about where they're at. I think it should sell through eventually. Obviously, it's not going to be week one because it's already been a couple weeks ago. But I think
to play one and see how it is.
Yeah,
now, and then if I play one and I'm like really impressed with it, then I'd probably buy one. But until I do that, no.
So you're halfway there.
I got it.
30%.
Okay. All right.
So you would say you're living on a prayer then, Tom?
Yeah.
The chance of you.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, clear.
I mean, there's
a chance for any game.
It's curious because it's funny. Like, so I think dad rock themes have a weird spot in pinball currently, to where I truly do think at scale, which is just a fancy way for saying like the expansion of this whole theme. I think the pinball industry as a whole has fatigue when it comes to dad rock.
Okay,
but I do think on the retail side, just like we talk about all the time, there's always somebody, except for Tom. Tom loves his dad rock. But there's always somebody discovering pinball or rediscovering pinball that may be of the age that enjoys the theme. And so even if a theme came out 10 years ago or whatever, it's the first time they've ever even seen it. So they may want to get it. So, anything that's like a Bon Jovi or somewhere along those lines, it'll still do decent.
Yeah.
Like long term. But, I don't think, I'm glad that this is limited units. I think, what'd you say, like 700, 750, somewhere right around there?
700. It's 700.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something like that. That's a lot more doable.
Plus barrels, exclusive members, if it's sold out.
If this would have been like a Stearns model in terms of like, let's put out 1,000 LEs or 750 LEs and a premium and a pro, I would have been like,
no go.
I don't know. Yeah, that would flame out pretty fast. But it is a pinball machine.
Yeah,
and it looks fun to shoot. So
I think it looks really fun to shoot. There were people that played it at Southern Fried Gaming, I think, and a lot of the reviews with people that played it were, one, it's the best sounding game they've ever played. They said Jeff Dirtypool kind of revamped the whole audio system. So they have a new amp, new speakers. They changed the way the sub box works and everything. They're like, honestly, it sounds incredible. And then they were really, they're like, it shoots so well. So I think it's, if Bon Jovi, if you were a Bon Jovi person, you're probably going to really enjoy this game if you already love it. But this is going to be one of those themes. And I almost feel like it's compared to Dune, where people that love Dune bought it right at the get-go. And then there were the people that had the opportunity to play Dune. The Dune enthusiasts, I think, jumped on it.
Okay.
But everybody else that was just like, well, I like Dune, but I'm going to play it. Then they go to Expo or TPF and they play it. And then all of a sudden Dune gets this, like Dune kind of had a huge push after Winchester came out, because people were waiting to play Winchester. Like, well, I'll give Dune a go. And then they're like, dang, Dune's actually awesome. So I feel like there's a chance Bon Jovi might be. Elton John was similar. It's like,
absolutely,
Elton John diehards bought it, and then people started playing it, and they're like, holy crap, this game's amazing. And then they bought Elton John. So we'll have to see. I think there's a chance Bon Jovi might go down that same path. They sold 700 of them. They met their goal. It's interesting when manufacturers, it's like, what is success? Well, if success is selling the number you say you're going to build, how could Barrels of Fun be any more successful than what they are with? They sold them all. So great. Like, I don't. Yeah.
Travis, Joel's talking me into it. I think I'm at like 35% now.
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
Okay.
We could probably get you up to 50 by the end of this podcast.
That's true.
And then he'd be
never know.
Well, I think the great thing about the sound thing, I wish Pinball would really go all in on that, on sound packages, on really, because it's just like, we've talked about this, like probably exhausted for the past couple of years. I mean, you guys know how I feel about the LCD screen. I get it. It's a necessary evil, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those things that if I have a ball and a flipper, especially if it's like a music pin or anything that has to do with just the sounds of everything, like I want that just like on par with the expectations and then exceeding like what I'm feeling. Like I want to be able to hit a spinner and I can hear those deep sounds of that along with whatever call outs you happen to have with the machine or with the theme, whatever. So to me, I just wish a lot more people would really go all in on focusing on that. And maybe they are. Yeah. Maybe I have no idea how any of the audio works. I just know some sounds better than others. Like I know, like, for instance, when I hear like Mark Silk saying something on like Ninja Turtles, right? With the splinter, like that sounded cool to me. Like the way that those call outs were, like it kind of made thematic sense. Whereas like others, it just kind of feels like it's almost grating, or it just doesn't make sense with how some of the call outs are, how some of the sound is. So it's like, it's hard to describe. I don't know. Like I wish I could be able to say exactly what it is, but I don't know.
There's no doubt that some sound packages are leagues above others, but I also think the physical hardware within a game, Like
That's
Barrels
the
of Fun
thing.
has always had good physical hardware.
Yep.
So the fact that they took, like, I think Dune is probably my best sounding game in my lineup. But yet, if you're telling me Jeff made the hardware within these games better, that's crazy. I already feel like it's at the top of what a pinball machine can sound. So
Well, I like the idea of cinematic pinball. Like I get it to where they're trying to go, and it makes sense for the direction that they're going, and it makes sense for the amount of units that comes out on a per theme basis.
Yeah.
So, why not just fully lean into that and keep going that direction? I think that's a winning strategy in my opinion.
True. But yeah, so I would say I think Barrels of Fun is I'm excited. I think there's a lot of people that are excited to play Bon Jovi whenever they get a chance. And my guess is whatever the next big show is, if that's Chicago Pinball Expo and people get their hands on Bon Jovi, whatever distros have them in stock, they'll probably sell out. That's my assumption, is once people play it, it's going to sell. So congrats to them for releasing that game, them selling well. Multimorphic, obviously, I know there's no limit on those, but I've heard that they've sold well. So now we'll just wait and see once those get produced. What else we have? We did have Big Lebowski. There's a Big Lebowski. Is it Jesus or Jesus edition?
Excuse me?
Big Lebowski.
That's my lord.
Yeah. That was a surprise. Didn't see that one coming. Tom, have you ever been tempted to own a Big Lebowski?
I will be 100% honest with you, Joel. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Is there
not at all.
Why? Is it theme, company, shots?
Yeah, theme. It took like 10 years to get it out. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
But no, I've had no interest. I've seen the movie briefly, but never like really got into it.
Sure. I've only played it a handful of times. I enjoyed it every time. I'd be happy to stream it, but it's not. I mean, I know some people that absolutely love it. They think when it's one of the most like immersive games, and with the different mechs in it and all that. I mean, Travis, do you have any strong feelings on Big Lebowski as a pinball machine?
I dropped a few quarters in it here and there when it was on location, but it's
just not your thing.
Well, I love the theme.
Okay.
Like I watch the movie on a yearly basis, but the actual gameplay, I mean, hopefully they sell them all out. It's just not my cup of tea.
It's interesting that they went back to it, to like, well, let's throw another art package at it and sell another 100. So I found that was a surprise. I didn't see that coming. If you're a huge Big Lebowski, if you're a pinball Big Lebowski like lover, send us an email, tripledrain@gmail.com, or leave a comment on the YouTube video.
Send us your hate mail.
Yes. Talk about revisiting a theme. American Pinball is doing some interesting stuff. And so few things. We have another Houdini. They have another art package that they've released. Good price point. Interesting. I don't know if this is just, hey, let's feel out the line. Let's get things moving. I didn't know if the demand for Houdini is really there, but I think it's cool. Did you ever have a demand for
Houdini, Joel?
Honestly, I used to do magic as a kid, like magic tricks, illusions. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was so popular, let me tell you. So I always liked Houdini. So yes, it was something I was interested in. I've had fun streaming it. The layout is challenging. But I also had a lot of mechanical issues with the Houdini I streamed. To the point where I had to leave things unplugged. Otherwise, the game would freak out. So I'm very curious. Hopefully American Pinball has fixed all those. So that was a surprise. New art package was a surprise. And then they're going back to Galactic Tank Force. Not only did they make a new topper, they made a new edition of the game. It looks just like a pinball machine. It's not a tank. So new art there. Then they had a new sculpt. They modeled a new sculpt for the tank itself. And then they've added a bunch more to the code. So good on them for building that game out. I didn't know GTF was a game that owners were upset about the code, but they're revisiting that and fleshing that out. So I don't know if this is hey, we're trying to build some credibility. I know it's new face, new kind of side of American Pinball. We're still going to support our old games, but I found that interesting. I don't know. Did you guys have any feelings about Houdini or GTF stuff that they've done or anything like that?
You know, if you got parts and you need to get the line moving a little bit, get people active, and people are going to buy it, why not? You know,
Okay.
Again, we talk about this a lot, but hopefully people start understanding, you know, sometimes the manufacturer doesn't necessarily need an end consumer to buy the product right off the bat. They just need a dealer or a distributor to buy the product because it's B2B anyway. So get it moving, build up your relationships, and go from there. Because otherwise, if you don't put something out, then you're not even in the conversation. So let's face facts. Everybody is releasing a game nowadays. Like, think about the ones that we haven't even been able to talk about yet. Like, we haven't even talked about like Tales of the Arabian Night from Pedretti, you know, and like obviously we got Turks Voltaire that's coming out pretty soon from American Pinball, and we know that they're doing GTF. They've already done Houdini. I think I don't know how many of those games have gotten out yet, but that was a few months ago they announced that, and so then we're about to see probably another spooky announcement pretty soon. I mean, it's obvious that something has been filmed. Like I don't know if we've ever said what it is on here, so I will not say the theme.
The rumor is it's Goonies.
Okay, so
the rumor is it's Goonies.
All right, so keep in mind, Joel said that, not me. Joel said that, but so obviously something's being done with that, and then you know, Barrels just now came out with what, Bon Jovi, and then you've got Stern. We're already just a couple of weeks away,
right around the corner
from the next cornerstone.
Is anybody having pinball fatigue?
You know, I know. I mean, on a side conversation, I think we're all a little fatigued with the involvement we've had in the hot. You know, Tom touring the world and streaming everything. Travis now lives and breathes pinball 40 plus hours a week.
Yeah, I don't know if it's pinball fatigue as much as it is like certain parts of pinball fatigue. You know what I mean?
I just mean like there's a lot of games coming out.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Like a wise man once said, "Too much pinball is like too much sex."
That's true.
So
Tom Graf.
Tom
Graf.
So it's like sometimes you just need a cool down period. That's all.
Yeah.
You just need a cool down period. It doesn't mean like you still don't want pinball. Yeah, you still want pinball. It just means you can't have pinball 2 or 3 times in the same evening. That's all that means.
I would say, I mean, I know during COVID, Stern was down to 2 releases a year. And honestly, if they went back to that, I would be okay with it. Just because then it gives them more time to flesh out the games, more time to do whatever. I mean, now we're just complaining about having too much pinball, which is ridiculous. But I do think it's hard to appreciate. Like, it's almost hard to appreciate. Think of how much pinball has come out in the last 5 years. Like the amount of games, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's lots of choices.
Tim Sexton was on a podcast. It was the
JBS
podcast, and I don't know exactly what the question was Jamie had asked, but Tim's answer was, when we design a game, we're trying to get this game needs to be like a top 10 game. Like, now collectors have their collection, so your game has to be better than all these games that are out there to justify somebody getting, like, replacing your game. And it's just that even as a collector, when you're always thinking about, okay, my collection, but there's always new games coming out, and are these games going to be better than what I have? It's quite an emotional ride that we can get on as a collector sometimes.
The unique part about so many games coming out at one time, there's just so much noise that sometimes it's hard to tell, okay, what game is actually fully fleshed out? What game is, just like we talked about earlier, games that are further down the line, what games are actually like the mechanics are all sorted out, you know, all the bugs are figured out. The game is pretty much like as is, you know, moving forward. Like, that's why it's so unique to me that in this industry, all the prices are pretty much the same, but yet you may get a product that's nowhere near the same level as another product in terms of code, design, or mechs or theme. It's just, that's what's unique. That price is so static across the board. So it's kind of, I know that there's a lot of people that wonder about that as well, because it's just like for instance, we had somebody come in the showroom earlier this week and they're looking around, they see Godzilla, they're like, oh, that's the #1 game of all time right there. Like, they did their research, and they understood that there was a lot of rules already there, that there's a lot of bells and whistles already there. And so when they see that, it makes it very hard to move another game when it's already so popular, right? When you compare it, because then it just comes down to theme at that point.
Oh, interesting. So the new collector's looking at everything.
Ooh, anybody?
Yeah,
okay,
they're looking at everything.
Yes,
while we're always looking at what the next thing is.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, that is like the unsecret. I could say the secret out loud because I don't like. Good luck trying to replicate it. But the fact is, when you're trying to grow pinball and you're trying to find brand new people to pinball, every theme is a new theme. Everything is a new theme. That's why you see these games like right now. Yes, we have Godzillas in stock, but we will not have Godzillas in stock by the time Christmas rolls around. Like they will be just flat out gone. Like we're selling them nearly every single day. So this is a game that came out in 2021. So to me, it's like pinball enthusiasts. Yes, it is all about the next game that comes out, and I get it. And there's certain hype around it. Like I get that point.
I was just thinking of Venom. They're putting it in the vault.
Yeah. Yep. That's another game that's gone now. Like it happens so quickly. It's just like Foo Fighters in the vault.
Yeah.
But
which is a shame. Foo Fighters
wasn't Rush in the vault for a little while? And then all of a sudden it was out of the vault?
I never heard it was out of the vault, but it was in the vault.
They just built him in the vault. That's all.
So
you can't build in the vault. You're just not supposed to release them.
You got to build it and play it in the vault.
But it's a good problem to have. Yeah, I guess it's a lot of pinball, but I realize this day and age, all of our attention spans are that of goldfish. So I get it. Like you want to be the first one, but to me, it's about compression. So if you're going to be one of the first ones to market for awareness, you better be ready to put games in locations, in homes, quick. Because otherwise, what happens when you go 6 months down the line and there's 3 other manufacturers that have released games and you had slow sales out of the gate? Then what? You have no social proof, and you're going against everybody else's social proof. It's kind of like good luck at that point. I think
what's weird is how some releases have extreme pressure. Like I got to make a decision right now while others have none. And obviously we mentioned Goonies. If you want to get a Goonies pinball machine, your time to make that decision is maybe already up.
Was yesterday.
Yeah. It's already, the game hasn't been officially announced. Yeah. We don't even know that that's the theme, but the demand for the next spooky title is so high that all the distributors already have lists. So if you're not on a list, you better be ready to call day of and hope you get through, That's crazy. So you have that on one end, and then you have another game like Sonic that came out. It's an awesome game, but there is zero pressure to buy one right now because they've set no limit. They've set no time frame. So why not wait? Why not wait until you've played it, seen it? Why not?
It's very
weird.
difficult to not have induced scarcity to the same buyers across the board when other companies do have induced scarcity.
Yeah.
The induced scarcity will win out every single time. And that's why even Goonies, realistically, if that game was $15,000, they would sell it out. And we're talking about $15,000 MSRP. It would no doubt in my mind, it would sell out.
So, I mean, they're not, I don't know. I don't know what Spooky's going to do, but they haven't announced the game. They haven't announced a price for a game. They haven't anything, but they could almost set the price at whatever they want as long as it's not absurd. But
I think what would be absurd though in pinball nowadays?
$30,000.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be absurd. So 15 to
but
16.
If they did 15, I see what you're saying. If whatever, they haven't set a number. Let's say they increase their number to 1,000. They said, we're going to make 1,000 Goonies and we've increased the price. They're now $15,000. I doubt the distros would get through their lists before they'd run out of spots.
Oh yeah. People will pay it. You just look at Winchester right now. If there's a game that people want, I mean, the same thing happened with Godzilla during COVID times.
Yeah.
You were seeing premiums go for $13,000 at that time. And that was back in 2021.
I remember I got one. I got one of the Godzilla premiums during COVID. And there was the slight hesitation. As excited as I was to have that game, I'm like, I could flip this right now. and
Yeah.
get $1,000 easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, it's an interesting spot to be in, but it's yeah. Is it too much of a good thing? I don't know. I mean, I'm glad there's that many options, but we've done P3 or Multimorphic. We've done Barrels of Fun, American Pinball, Circus Voltaire is coming out. Circus Voltaire is coming out hopefully soon. I will be completely honest with you guys. I am really looking forward to it. Like genuinely looking forward to Circus Voltaire.
It's a good game
Why is it a good game, Tom?
because it's got circus stuff in
it. Yeah, that's all we needed.
Fucking A,
That's all.
Tom Graf. Fucking A. It's got circus stuff in
Good
it.
night,
Hell
everybody.
yeah.
No,
They spell
it's,
circus with a Q. Yeah.
it's got a unique layout. The ringmaster is somewhat cool mechanism. You got the juggler thing where it juggles the balls.
Yeah.
You got the neon light that comes down. There's some cool stuff in the game. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I love the way it looks. I love the way the style of it, the colors. I love the way it looks. I love the way it shoots. I genuinely enjoy that layout. There's a whimsicalness to it. And I'm just becoming a sucker for unique pinball experiences that are still fun. Like I don't want unique for the sake of novelty. I like owning games that are harder to find on location. Or something that just seems like Circus Voltaire is a game that seems very different than a lot of other games. My one hesitation is I am curious if the code is going to get stale or old. You had mentioned Toten, Tales of the Arabian Night. I had a chance to play that on stream a few weeks ago. I think we talked about it with Ralph. Everything about that game is great. Build quality, lighting, the dots, the sound, everything about that game is great. I was genuinely considering, is this game going to replace Cactus Canyon? And the answer is no. There's two reasons why. One, my son did not really care for it. My wife thought it was okay. And the night I streamed it, I got to the wizard mode 3 times. And that was just one of those like, this is fun, but it's...
Welcome to Toten.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like
You'll see it pretty quick.
I think it's a very well done, pretty game, but
oh yeah,
it could definitely use some coding help.
And they've talked about it. They've talked about expanding, and I'm curious what exactly they're going to do there. How much more they're going to add. Are they just adding stuff for the sake of adding stuff? Like now it's just more choppy. I don't know, but that's just where it was today. It was. When the game entered my house, I thought, is this game possibly going to be a replacement to Cactus Canyon? And relatively quickly, I said, as great as it is, no, it's not. So that's where I view Circus Voltaire, is I'm in a similar boat. This game has all the possibility in the world to be the game that would replace Cactus Canyon with a very approachable, fun, unique, Bally Williams level game. But we'll see. I mean, if it's just if it feels super shallow or gets old or anything, it won't.
I don't know. I feel like with the way that Circus Voltaire's layout is and where the rules currently are, that might be one of the few games out there that doesn't necessarily need like a 2.0 or anything like that. You know, not saying it's super deep. I'm just saying it may not necessarily need it because the wizard mode on it is hard to get to. For a lot of people, it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just find it more entertaining. Like I personally like the game. I think the game looks great. I like how like that neon tube light comes all the way down. Like you rarely ever see that. But I've always found it hilarious that there's literally a plastic ball just right there on the left side, like you see at a kid's ball pit, just hanging out right there. Yeah. It's like I can only imagine selling $10,000-$15,000 machines, and you know, my plastic ball cracked. It's like, okay, let me go to Chuck E. Cheese. I'll get you a replacement.
What color do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's put a pink one in now. Yeah. I don't know. I am genuinely excited for this game, and I know This is the reimagined version. So I'm just curious what all they're going to add. Are they just adding more sculpts? Are they doing unique things with the lighting? The screen is going to be very, we've talked about this a lot about LCD screens, and I'm a sucker for dots. That's one thing Toten did incredibly well. Their screen, they could not have done the screen better. XL display, new dot animations. The screen was perfect in my mind. So I'm very curious to see. I really hope the animations with the Circus Voltaire game look good and are well done. So I personally have high hopes for Circus Voltaire, and I'm eagerly awaiting to see how that game's going to be. So that's definitely something that hopefully will be revealed within the next few weeks. So American Pinball, they might be on the way up. I'm very, very curious to see what's going on.
What do they put out publicly? Because I'm making sure I don't say anything that's out.
The only thing they've put out, there's a picture of the topper that they shared at one point. There was a picture they showed Melvin, and he's like leaning on the game, so you could see a little bit there. And then Kerry Hardy released another picture of one of the slingshots. So we've just seen
picture of a slingshot.
Well, it's kind of like
there's like a little toy on it.
Yeah,
it
you
looks
can see there's a sculpt
it's
on
like
top
a
of that.
cannon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're doing like drip marketing. Is what you're saying?
There's just a little bit of here and there,
little tease here and there.
Oh, they're teasing. I mean, I'm zooming in. I'm like, let me see that picture. I'm zooming in. I'm just curious what they're going to do. I'm curious what they're going to do. Obviously, I hope the sound is good. I don't know if they're going to adjust the rules at all, but I want the full package.
You really don't have to do much.
No.
For like marketing a remake. And here's why. Because you're not marketing this to a brand new person, right? We were just talking about that earlier. Like a brand new person who's just now discovering pinball, they're not like, oh yeah, the theme of Circus Voltaire. Oh yeah, the theme of Tales of Arabian. Like, they have no idea.
None.
So your main avatar that knows that are people that are already fully in the pinball industry, right? So all you have to prove to them is that you have a functional game that's in the same spirit of the original, is like, feels like it's built well if it's at a show.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Like, just respect, the original as much as you can, and then fix the things that you feel like needs to be fixed, whether it's like a bug or mechanics or slightly different art, if you want to go that way, or like Brian Allen, LE artwork. Like, the bar to me is like, it's super low to please the people for these games, as long as you're picking the right theme, right? Because obviously, like, we talk about a Funhouse, right? That's not going to be as big a theme as Circus Voltaire or Tales or Attack from Mars Monster Bash, but there's still certain themes out there. Like, I think Circus Voltaire is one of those that I don't know if it'll move 750 to 1,000 units. I'm not sure, but I think it can definitely move 500. I think there'll be enough people out there that are interested in it. And kind of the same way with, like, I don't know, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think a lot of people would still remember that one. So it's more or less just show that you can build a great game, show that you can manufacture a great game. That's more than anything. Just show it just works. That's what people want to see.
It'd be nice.
Completely agree. I mean, everything that you just said, who's been the most successful at that? CGC, all their remakes. How much did they do anything crazy? No, they just brought in a bigger display, colored dots, a little better sound system, and then added some lighting. Like, it wasn't until the CGC lineman upgrade kit did they touch the rules. They didn't need to. It just, and they've sold a ton of Medieval Madnesses, Monster Bashes, Attack from Mars. So I think that's what, if American Pinball is getting into the remake game, they got to come out strong. This game's got to feel well built. It's got to be, from an electronic standpoint, software standpoint, let's be strong. That's
how I would be. I'd be positioning this game. Like, you're going into a time machine into the 90s. Like, this is what you remember.
Yeah.
Something like that. People want that nostalgic feeling all the time.
And this is the best, in a perfect world, this is the best built Circus Voltaire you're ever going to play. Best built, cleanest, and look at all the new stuff we've added. New sculpts, new lighting, new whatever. So, well, cool. I just looked at my list. We covered everything that I wanted to cover.
Whoa.
Anything else before we wrap up that you guys want to discuss?
I mean, golf carts. What do you think, Tom?
My golf cart's
That's what we
great.
talk about.
It's great.
It's a great golf cart.
It's really good. If you need a golf cart recommendation, shoot me an email. I can send you a link to the one we bought. No regrets. You know, sometimes in life when you buy big things, you research them, you think about them. Pinball's a perfect example. You think. Then you finally buy it. And then a week or two afterwards, you're like, did I make the right choice? I don't know. I've had zero regrets with the golf cart we bought. Zero. And maybe it's just because the previous golf cart was a piece of junk. So this one is so much better.
Does it have a built-in cooler?
No, well, now I hate it, Tom, because it doesn't. You know, and
you can add one on. That's fine.
So I guess here's what's interesting before we leave. I guess so. Right now we're in mid-August or towards the end of August, getting there.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have, when is Expo? Like mid-October.
October.
So we're less than 2 months away.
Damn.
Right. So we know the newest game from Stern will be there.
Yep.
Which will be Fallout, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then, so we know Bon Jovi will be there.
Yep.
And let's see, is anybody like
anything new would be, I assume,
like what else could possibly
Circus
be there
Voltaire
before?
should be there.
Okay,
I
so
would
that's
think.
3.
Maybe a new manufacturer that we don't know of.
Oh, you're saying new games? I mean,
No,
JJP is going to be focused on
any
Sonic.
new game that would be coming.
Yeah, JJP will be focused on Sonic. Stern's going to be focused on Fallout. Barrels of Fun's going to be focused on Bon Jovi. American Pinball will be focused probably on Circus Voltaire.
I wonder, do you think Multimorphic would actually bring a ton of Dungeon Crawler Carls up there?
I think they'll bring.
Like, I almost feel like you have to if you
I feel
really
like
want.
You need
I feel
to,
like
yeah.
it's usually one of their distributors, right? That's always there.
Yeah.
Like,
last
time there was just 1 or 2 games there, though, right?
So you're saying they should?
Yeah.
If you were Jerry, you'd be load up a truck. We got to get 6 or.
I think this is the time where you got to show.
Expo.
Yeah,
you got to show.
It's the most attended pinball show of the year.
Is Chicago
like
Pinball Expo bigger
my
than
twins
TPF?
are here.
I would think so.
Are you girls want to say hi?
I mean, I know
to Tom and
TPF's
Joel?
pretty big. I've been to both,
Okay. Yeah.
but I want to say Chicago Expo's bigger.
My daughters want to say hi to you too.
What's that?
Hello.
Is that the one you like more?
Do I like you more than Thea? I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
You got the one you like and the one for spares, right?
Yeah. Well,
Spare parts.
who's your favorite parent?
Yeah.
Frank,
Your favorite parent? Me? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You're not mad about Toy Story anymore, right? You're still mad about Toy Story? The pinball machine? Do you remember that?
She looks mad.
Who's her favorite one? She starts crying. Oh, she's crying and she walked off the screen. No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have anything else to say, or are you just going to stand there like a statue? Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Wonderful. Last time my kid came on screen, it's because I needed to wipe his buns.
Yeah. Goodbye. Yeah. Monica.
5 p.m.'s coming quick.
2 kids came down here just staring at. There's nothing more unnerving when you have 3 women just standing there staring at you.
What'd you do is the question.
Exactly. That's what I'm
What'd you
wondering.
do?
Or what,
did I
or
F
what
up on?
happened?
Yeah. All right.
What
Too bad we're
broke?
not talking about Disney right now. Your princesses. That's what your 3 princesses
Oh
right
gosh,
there.
let me tell you. But okay, so anyway, going into Expo, knowing all those
I'm
games
glad I
are
have 3
coming,
boys.
like, yeah, exactly. To me, it's like if I'm Multimorphic, I'm trying to blow it out this time. Like I have to show that because this game's going to be popular, just theme alone.
Yeah.
So this is your chance.
Go big.
Yeah, this is the chance right here to really solidify. Because just like we talked about what happened with Dune. When Winchester came out and people played it last year at Expo, all of a sudden Dune sales went up. So
we didn't talk about Turner Pinball. Turner Pinball is Yukon Yetis have been shipped.
Yeah, there's another
which
one
I think
came
is
out.
crazy because TPF, like there were some people that said the game of the show was Yukon Yeti.
I played
And
Yukon
here we are.
Yeti.
Well, you played one.
I played one.
How
Did
was
you
it?
like it?
It reset on me.
Oh, did
I
that
got
make it
into the multi-ball and it reset.
Oh,
Avalanche, dude.
big.
There was an avalanche.
Oh, that's a bummer. Do you?
I guess it's
does
a known code bug, I was told. So
Oh, you started multi-ball? Oh no, you don't want to do that. That's where that's when it crashes. I think we're gonna get one eventually. I'm excited to play it. I've never had a Turner pinball machine here, but
I was.
how'd it feel?
Pretty good, actually.
Good.
I mean, it
good.
kind of had that whitewater feel, but not really.
Okay.
But it was cool. I liked it.
Awesome. I
for
know
what I played of it.
I know the initial feedback was the sound was awful, and then they went out and got the guy that did the sound for
Granner.
Whitewater.
Chris Granner.
Oh,
right?
okay, perfect. And he's the guy. They got him. No, it was somebody out of retirement, but they're like he hasn't
Chris
done pinball
Granner?
sound in a long time, and yeah, they got him, and he's doing it now. So good on Turner for improving that. But no, there's a lot of pinball. There's a lot of pinball going on, and yeah, I think we've covered a lot in this episode. I apologize. It was a really long time since our last episode, but that's from me, not from Tom or Travis. They don't like you guys. So,
True.
or if people complain, we'll wait longer.
The music was done by Chris Granner, which that is the third time I've said it.
Oh, is that so? Tom was right. I don't know why we ever question you, Tom.
Joel, I'm your elder.
What do you mean, why we? That's you questioning. I was being silent because I knew Tom was right. I knew he was.
I know you need to fact check Travis because he's pulling stuff out of his butt all day.
Hey, I told you my goal was to start so many rumors off this podcast today.
I don't think you did.
Travis, I only have $2 left.
Oh,
No
man.
way.
That's awesome.
You had a big old stack. Well, the Joel jar, I have tropes, and I filled every single one of them.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Who are you donating that money to, Tom? Which children's hospital? Or is that? Are there
None. We're gonna
you don't like children? You know.
I've accidentally made 4 of them. Like, no, that's not what this is about,
3.
Joel.
We're gonna put 3 kids through college.
Yeah. How many kids we got between all 3 of us in this podcast?
I've got 2.
Yeah.
Tom's got 3, and you've got 4.
After 2, you already like chopped your nuts off or something. Whatever it was that we talked about last year.
Tom, you want to do that, or Travis, you want to do that math for us? I have 2, you have 4, and Tom has 3.
That would
9.
be 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Nailed it.
That we know of.
Yeah. Oh, true. Jeez. All right.
Oh yeah.
Let's plug it up. Let's go ahead and plug it up now. Tom, go for it.
I occasionally do this podcast, but when I don't, I'm on the road streaming everywhere.
Yeah.
So my next big stream,
Fox City's Pinball.
I guess. That's the place.
Yep.
Yeah. I won't talk about Papa 23 and their charity event. Go ahead, Joel.
No, you hadn't said your name yet.
Oh,
That's
no,
what I'm
I know.
saying.
You kept
hadn't said it.
interrupting me.
Oh, God.
I'll just put $2 in there. Thank you. So Travis is laughing. So Papa 23 will be the next big one I'm streaming at the Pinball Capital, which I guess they have their own new, Twitch channel now. So
what's it
which
called?
I won't be streaming on. It's called the Pinball Capital. So if you want to follow.
All right.
But I guess they're going to be streaming some pinball tournaments there. I can't go there every day.
No.
And then whatchamacallit. So Papa 23, it is the World Championship. It is also for Lyman Sheets and the 988 suicide prevention. So it's a good charity. If you can get out to the tournament and play, that would be awesome. I think there's like 200 people signed up or something crazy like that.
Nice.
So
that's awesome. Yeah. Fox City's Pinball on Twitch and Silverball Swag. Silverball Swag. Check out his stuff as well. So thank you, Tom, for being here.
Yeah.
Travis, what do you got?
I'm Travis from Triple Jane Pinball Podcast. That's all I got. Just hopefully Monica didn't hear that last part because now she's going to be questioning me the whole time. How many kids you actually got? I'm like, I don't know.
That we know of. Okay. That you know of. Yeah. Awesome. Travis, thank you for being here. And yeah, I'm Joel. I do the Flipping Out YouTube channel every Wednesday night with my brother Jared. You can check out my live streams there as well as some of the tutorials. And then Silverball Swag. We have Silverball Swag for Triple Drain on Silverball Swag. So if you want any merch, you can do that. It's always interesting seeing, we sell roughly a shirt a month, which is pretty cool. So thanks for all the people that support us for that. Thank you all the Patreon people. If you want to support us on Patreon, check out Patreon and Triple Drain. I really am amazed that you guys are still supporting us, and we really appreciate it because we're trying. I would love to get back to a monthly schedule, but life gets busy, and we try to do this as much as we can. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, like always, Tom, you get the last words.
Drink Mountain Dew.